up for a fun movie viewing or an FMV night? So actually, this is probably one of the games that I've heard the most about that I've never actually played, but I did watch a playthrough a few years ago, so I have a general idea what to do, even though I don't recall everything. I may not recall everything, but we should be able to get this going. Ooh. Future Mission presents Gabriel Austin. I remember this. This is actually a pretty good intro. We have the harvester symbol. You gotta love that old 90s animation. Oh, Steve. Come on, put on that flannel shirt. Alright, let's see what they say. Please wait. Alright. Alright, look for special items that will restore your health. Okay. After finding required items during the date, night will be the time of a mischievous adventure. Okay. Double click the left mouse on an exit to go through instantly. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. To attack an opponent, left click on your character or press I to view your inventory. A penny saved is hardly worth the effort. Okay. Alright. Oh man, I'm gonna go punch my everybody that I see. Oh, 1952. All right. Pick up pen. Anything else? Oh, I guess not. All right, let's exit. Paper doll. Some fat high school girl left it there. What the fuck? Alright, is there anything there? No. Examine picture. A photo of a beautiful girl, blonde, about 17 years old. Okay, gonna punch her in the stomach. Seven flannel shirts. Man, my guy sucks. Alright, now. Health indicator, okay. So we have a pen and we have the quarter. It's Monday, okay. Let's save our game. Epic. Alright, let's go with starting. Let's go talk to this little fucker.
What? Leave me alone, Steve, or I'll tell Mom on you.
Mom.
Mom's in the kitchen, and if you bug me, I'll call her.
Look, do you know me?
Wish I didn't, 'cause then you wouldn't be my brother, and I'd have your room, and all the presents at Christmas. Though I will soon enough anyway, 'cause you're a lousy rat.
Wow.
You're my brother?
No duh.
Listen, I don't mean to, bug you, but I can't seem to remember anything. Will you please just tell me who you are?
Mom, Steve is bugging me.
Steve, leave Hank alone right now.
Wow, the memories. Alright.
Steve, are you talking to me?
Yeah, only I don't want to be, 'cause I'm trying to watch my cowboy show.
I'm sorry.
His damn
Look,
cowboy
I'm
show.
telling you, I need your help. I've lost my memory.
Have not. Cut it out.
I'm telling you the truth.
You always were a kidder, Steve. Leave me alone. I'm sick.
Have you noticed that your show is in black and white?
What else? Color? On a TV?
Well, I think I've seen a colored television before.
Have not. Quit it or I'm gonna tell.
Hey, look at that. Your mother lets you watch this stuff?
Oh,
Sure.
look at the TV.
This is part of history. What made America great. And besides, blood and guts are neato. I'm glad you're catching on, Steve. You're not too bad for a lousy rat.
What's wrong with you?
I got a headache and a stomachache.
Oh yeah.
Then why aren't you in bed?
'Cause I wanna watch my cowboy show.
You look all right to me.
I'm not
Little
faking.
fucker.
I couldn't go to school because I'm sick. Daddy's sick in bed too. And Mom believes me anyway. So shut up.
So shut up.
Okay, why not just tell me where I am?
'Cause that's a dumb question. And you're not fooling me with that magnesia stuff.
Amnesia, you mean? All right, fine. But will you at least tell me what school you go to?
The same school everyone in Harvest graduates from. One way or another.
I don't understand.
You're not supposed to. Yet.
Oh.
Say what?
Aw. Bye.
Good. Finally.
Alright, I think this is where my dad is. I want to kick him.
Leave me alone, will ya? This is the good part.
What the fuck? What the hell was that? Alright.
Good. Finally.
Wait, can I see it again?
Leave me alone, will ya? This is the good part.
And this is ridiculous. Alright.
Good.
I want to see if I can hit her. Nope.
Well, hello there. How about some cookies? There's plenty of rejects in the trash.
Who are you?
That's a fine way to talk to your mother.
You're my mother?
That's right. Though sometimes I get treated like the hired help around here.
I don't remember you.
Of course you don't. Until you need your socks washed.
No, you don't understand. I can't remember where I am or even who I am.
Land's sake, stop your joshing, won't you? Honestly, Steve, I thought you'd grow up a little after graduation. I only hope that new job will plant your feet on the ground.
The new job.
So that's my name. Steve.
Your name will be M.U.D. Mud if you don't stop teasing me, young man.
Listen, this may sound strange, but I've lost my memory.
Do you believe
Do you
me?
believe me?
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious.
Sure, and next you'll be telling me you don't remember Hank and your little sister.
Hank.
Sister?
Shh, you'll wake her. I just put her down to sleep. If she wakes up, she'll just want to eat again.
Okay.
Darn it, I'm busy, and if you think I'm going to play along with this nonsense, you're crazier than Sparky down at the firehouse.
Fine. Maybe I am crazy. I can't rule that out. Why can't you just help me a little? Is that too much to ask?
Now you've done it. Are you happy? Poor baby. There, there. Did
You're
your
an idiot,
brother
Steve.
scare you? Let me see.
What the?
Darn that wasp woman. She's a monster, that's what she is.
Wasp woman?
Tetsuya Crumb is going to hear about this. I want you to go to her house right now and give her a piece of my mind.
I don't know where she lives.
Honestly, you can't miss a house covered with paper nests. Steve, you tell her to mind her own beeswax, or by golly, I'll take it up with the PTA. Or the lodge.
Ooh, the lodge.
What lodge?
The Hall of the Order of the Harvest Moon, Steve. It's just the finest place in Harvest, and the most exclusive.
What's so great about it?
Hard to say, since hardly anyone gets inside. But it wouldn't be so exclusive if it wasn't just wonderful. Just like the new Reynolds dishwasher with their patented auto-dry process, TM. I've never used one, but I know I want it. Instead of sulking around the house all day, why not walk over to the lodge and apply for membership?
Okay.
That's wonderful, Steve. If you got into the lodge, you'd be the talk of Harvest. Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. You know how he gets.
Is there anything I can grab? She really told me to put the cookies in the trash, or to grab the cookies from the trash, so...
Hey, Steve, I'm Jimmy James. Remember me?
I guess not.
Hey, how come you haven't been putting the paper out for me in the morning? Yeah? Well, try to remember, will ya? How'd you expect a working Joe to make an honest living? You don't put the paper out, I'm out of a job.
So what? You don't get paid for picking up papers anyway.
The Sentinel building burnt down. What the heck else am I supposed to do? Listen, start putting that paper out and everything will be jake, okay? That's all I want. That and a pair of sneakers. Walking this route every day has worn holes in mine. Say, you got any spare sneakers? Whoa, that's great. Maybe we could trade.
What could you give me?
You know Miss Whaley and Principal Harold down at the school? Well, I found out they're messing around with each other in the broom closet. I can tell you when they meet and trade you some keys that'll let you catch them red-handed. What do you say?
Okay, take the sneakers.
Before I give away the keys, let me see those sneakers.
First the keys, then the sneakers.
Nuh-uh. If you're trying to pull a fast one on me, forget it. You don't get the keys till I see the sneakers.
Ah, that little
and
brat.
that's that. See you later, alligator.
Can I... Fucker. Wait. Fuck, he has a gun? Fuck, no! What the fuck? The kid had a gun? Oh man. Wait, let me see. Options. Okay, alright. Alright, let me go and do this part again.
Well, hell,
Who are you?
that's
You're my...
the...
I don't...
Let... You...
Blah
Well,
blah blah
I'm-
blah. Alright. I'm gonna have to save
When
more
did I
often.
grad...
18 years old and you're just now getting your first job.
Oh, I didn't do this one
It's a
before.
disgrace, but better late than never. I guess we can thank Stephanie for that.
Stephanie?
And just who is Stephanie?
Don't you dare toy with that sweet girl. If you start in on her with all this amnesia poop, she'll think her fiancé is having second thoughts about the wedding.
Fiance?
Fiance? This is insane!
Oh, you're not having second thoughts about marrying Stephanie? Is that what this silliness is all about? Pre-wedding jitters?
Can something like that produce amnesia?
Stop this foolishness right now and count your blessings. Stephanie is great at cooking and cleaning.
And just who is Stephanie?
Don't you dare.
Alright, wedding.
Look, all this talk about weddings is nuts. I'm not marrying anybody till I figure out what's going on here.
First the heartbreak of psoriasis and now this. 2 weeks before the wedding and you're backing out. Whatever will the neighbors think?
Who the fuck cares
Can't
about the
marry
neighbors?
someone I don't even know.
Fine, have it your way, but leave me out of it.
Wow.
If you're going to break Stephanie's heart, you march right next door and do it yourself. And don't expect me to write you a note.
Write me a note.
Fiance?
Oh, you're...
Can some...
Cooking,
What's
cleaning.
cooking and cleaning got to do with anything?
Honestly, boys are so dense. What else is there for a wife but cooking and cleaning?
I
You
don't
may
know.
not appreciate a hot meal on a clean plate when it's there, but if it wasn't, we'd hear about it soon enough, I'll bet.
Wow.
You're saying that's all there is to marriage? Cooking and cleaning?
Cooking and
Well,
cleaning.
you'll have to ask your father about that, but I'm sure Stephanie will do her duty when the time comes.
Duty.
Bless your innocence, but there are certain disgusting truths that go along with marriage.
Wow.
Facts that can't be disguised by sheets which wrap around the contours of flexing go-go's and bouncing legs. You can't know what I'm talking about, and that's best. When the time comes to make a baby with Stephanie, you'll have to make your peace with the fact that when a farmer plants his seed, he can't help but get some nasty dirt on his hoe.
Oh man, that was awesome.
My father.
He's in the other room. He decided to sleep in today. Now please, let me get back to my cookies.
Yeah, bitch. Your cookies.
Never put off till tomorrow what you can do today.
But they'll be stale by then.
That's why I'm throwing them away.
And then cooking more?
To replace the ones I throw out.
Why?
Well, I have to. No one's going to pay to eat stale cookies out of the garbage can.
But you expect me to.
Of course not, Steve. I wouldn't charge you. I'm your mother. Help yourself.
Wow.
Don't forget to put the...
Oh, I have to talk to the kid again.
What? In the doghouse if you keep bugging me, 'cause I'm sick, and I'll tell Mom if you don't let me watch TV.
That's a weird looking television. Come to think of it, this whole place looks totally retro.
Retro,
Hey,
baby.
retro. All TVs look alike.
Sure, basically. But this is one old-fashioned clunker.
Old-fashioned? It's brand new.
Oh,
Yeah, but look at the tube. Where's the remote control?
huh.
What's that?
Now that I think about it, I can't remember.
And what was that you said about retro rockets?
No, retro. It means...
It
means-
Hmm.
Oh man, I know what I mean. That everything here is wrong. But I can't picture the difference.
Then shut up and quit bugging me. I'm watching my Trouble show. Good.
Well, that didn't work.
me grab one. Did I get one?
Oh, man.
Hey, Steve, I'm Jimmy James. Remember me?
I guess not.
Hey, Steve, you've been doing a swell job putting the paper out in the morning. You just keep doing that and we won't have any problems. That's not much to ask, is it?
Alright, so let me save the game. I'm not gonna try to kick his ass. Jimmy's got a gun! Fucking Jimmy. Alright, where am I going? General store, post office, barber shop, missile base, Johnson residence, abandoned house. Ah, there's the wasp lady. Examine the car. Alright. Cemetery, the lodge, the Gain Memorial School, meat plant, TV station, police station, fire station, newspaper building. Okay. So where am I supposed to go? Here, let's go to the missile base. Alright. Oh my fucking dog! Your legs. I think that's the best name I could have given my game.
Oh, who goes there?
They tell me my name is Steve.
All right, this is Section 21. Keep your distance, son. I wouldn't want to have to blow your head off.
That makes two of us.
So you're the amnesiac, huh? Just another draft-dodging ploy the way I see it. But at least you're not an alien. You see their ships every now and then. Sometimes swell bags one in the woods.
Who are you?
Colonel Buster Monroe, commander of the Harvest Nuclear Missile Installation, keeping America safe from those who would dye our flag red, white, and pink.
These are nuclear missiles?
Goddamn right they are. Every one of them ready to rain death on the Ruskies. All I gotta do is hit the button and blammo! The price of vodka goes through the roof. Along with the vodka.
Well, I suppose you have, you know, safeguards against accidents?
Safeguards? Don't be such a weak sister. There are no safeguards. This is the 50s.
Then you have sole control of the, missiles.
That's right. Been in charge here since WW2, when I got my lower torso shot off in the war. Those pantywaists in Washington wanted to stick me behind a desk. To hell with that. They owed me. I left my legs in Dusseldorf. They owed me. Of course, they felt that after the trauma of having to crawl from Germany to England trailing my intestines behind me, I was too emotionally unstable to continue in the military. That's why they gave me this nice cushy job and put me in charge of the nuclear missiles.
Alright, so I know that there's a way that we can make him panic. I've never actually seen
Why
it.
are you asking about the button, son?
I'm just a little nervous about it. I mean, suppose an accident happens.
Don't get your panties in a bunch, mister. The button is perfectly safe. I keep it on my person all the time.
Wow.
No commie bastard is getting his mitts on this button. No siree, Bob. No one initiates a nuclear holocaust in Harvest except me. Frankly, all these questions are making me a little suspicious of you. Maybe you're one of those pink-blooded Americans. Can you give me any reason why I shouldn't shoot you right now? I appreciate your honesty, comrade.
What the fuck? Alright. Wow, what the fuck, dude? Okay. Man, everybody's got a fucking gun. I need a gun. Wow. Man, that sucked. Alright, I'm not gonna talk to this fucker. Barbershop. Pastorelli's Barbershop. Hey, buddy. He doesn't understand English. Alright. Okay, wait. Do barbers know Kung Fu? Alright, let's see. Oh! I kicked his ass. This is awesome. Alright, what do we have here? And that's it? Can I... Okay. Is that it? I don't know. Is he gonna shoot me?
What were you thinking? Attacking someone like that? With so many witnesses around? You'll have plenty of time to think about it, boy.
Oh shit!
Somebody help me! What do you people want from me?
Too late for that, boy. Ain't it, Sergeant?
Indeed it is, Sheriff. Answers may only be found in the lodge, and you must be alive to seek them.
Okay. Alright, so I guess I can't just go and kick their asses. Okay. Let's talk to the short
Howdy,
one.
Steve.
Oh shit, he's
Yeah.
ugly.
Howdy back, Mr.
It's swell, Steve. Don't you pull my old leg now. Change your mind about that aluminum siding?
What are you talking about?
I really think you should talk your father into buying some. He can afford it. And I can't stress enough the value of some really fine aluminum siding. Keeps it warm in the summer, cool in the winter, and it keeps out the sheep. Pastorelli ought to look into some, but I can't get him to understand a word I say.
Sheep.
Can't understand why Pastorelli keeps that nasty thing in here. Must remind him of the pastures in Italy. Kinda like why I keep wrenches under my pillow. so's I can dream about plumbing.
Okay.
Well, I seen the end coming for the aluminum siding game, so I took a mail course and learned how to be a plumber.
Ooh, mail
Now,
course.
there's a business that never lets up. You'd be surprised what people flush down the toilet. Pastorelli's a rube from way back. Ask Clem Parsons how he followed up with the alarm system in here. I'm a plumber. I could fix it for him, but he just won't listen.
Fuck you.
Stop funning around now. Nice to see you again, Steve.
Hello there, youngster. You say them aliens I was telling you about? Well, they came back last night. Cut another crop circle in my south field.
How come I never seen none of them saucers, Clem?
Them aliens is wily, Pete. You don't cross the intergalactic void without learning a trick or two. You know what Pastorelli did? Yesterday, he gets an alarm system to protect his pole. Only he don't know how to rig it, so now it's all awry. Pastorelli
we're gonna have to
out
steal
for an
this
alarm
later.
system, all right, but he's too cheap to hire an electrician to hook her up. Dang idiot cross-wired it through the fire sprinkler, so now when the alarm goes off, it sets the sprinkler spraying. Tarnation! Aliens looking for intelligent life ought to stay away from this shop, sure enough.
Okay.
Anytime, Steve.
Is there anything I can grab? Nope. Oh, Buster Monroe flipping the bird. Oh, really? Okay. Haha, Pastorelli. Alright. Your house. Let's go to the post office. What the fuck? A blind woman is trying to read her mail.
Yes?
I need some help, Mr.
Postmaster Boyle, what can I do for you today? Sorry, youngster, we're out of applications right now.
Come on, you must have one around here somewhere.
Well, I do have the master, but you can't write on that. And I only make copies once a month, on the button, regular as clockwork. It's not the effort, son. It's the principle. We must adhere to our standards. They're all that stand between civilization and chaos. I'm sorry, you'll just have to come back in a month, same as anyone else. And even then, I can't guarantee you'll get an application. The line is always long, and there are never enough to go around.
It's very important that I get in quickly.
That's what they all say. Postmaster Boyle, I'll just die if I don't get into the lodge. I can't make an exception, young man. It just wouldn't be right.
Fuck her.
Next time you post, don't
forget the zip code. Oh. Crushed paper cup with smudged lipstick on it. Okay. Let's go at the general store. Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, was a break-in.
Can I help you, dear?
Who are you?
This is Phelps General Store, so who would that make me? Maybe you need to go back to Ging Memorial and have Miss Whaley teach you about logic.
I'm fuzzy on a lot of things these days. My memory's gone.
Pshaw, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious, I need some help.
Well, they say a sharp blow to the head is a good thing for amnesia, in which case I'd recommend Miss Whaley again. Then again, they say a good scare can jog the memory, in which case I'd advise you to visit the sergeant at arms over at the lodge. That man gives me the willies. Speaking of willies, how's your father?
Don't know. Haven't seen him.
Care to buy anything today?
Yes, please.
Just point to whatever you want. I'm a little hard of hearing. Hello, Steve. Care to buy? Just point to whatever you want.
I want the adult magazine.
A girly magazine? Why, Steve, I'm surprised at you. I'd expect that sort of thing from Deputy Loomis, but never from you. He's always coming in here oogling the girly magazines behind my counter. Darned if I'd sell him one, though. I know his wife, for heaven's sakes.
Well, will you sell me one?
I certainly will, Steve. That kind of interest is healthy for a young fellow. Steers him away from being a fireman.
All right.
Well, that didn't work.
Alright, fuck you, I'm leaving. Alright, so we got the girly magazine. Alright, let's go to the Potsdam residence. Ah, that fucker.
There he is, my future son-in-law. And how's he doing today?
That fat guy with the beard.
What brings him to the Potsdam household? Huh? Huh? What a card.
Would I kid about something like that? Why won't you believe me?
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Your mother just telephoned us about your latest shenanigans. Isn't that right, Mrs. Potsdam?
Sure did, Mr. Potsdam. You little rascal.
What the fuck did I do?
Imagination's a swell thing to have, in small amounts. Man needs to keep his feet on the ground, especially if he's getting married. Tell me, is your father feeling better? Is he going back to the slaughterhouse anytime soon? I can't imagine a better job than working in a slaughterhouse. Sure, it'd be just dandy, and you can't argue with success. Everyone in Harvest gets their meat from your dad. What a grand business to go into. Oh, sure, cutting animals open may not be much fun. Reaching into their bodies and yanking out the bloody guts, intestines dangling and slapping against you, the smell of death and shit in your nostrils all the time.
Wow.
Well, those are all definite cons. But which are dark? The guts have been washed into the gutters. What are you left with? Meat. Rows and rows of scrumptious red meat. Meat is the foundation of any decent society. Everyone needs at least 3 servings of red meat a day. And anyone who says otherwise is a commie.
Is a dirty commie.
And once you're married to Stephanie, I'll be part of the family too. And your father will give me all the meat I want. Kinda makes up for not getting into the lodge. Meat is the foundation of any decent society.
Why are you so anxious to get into the lodge?
There's wonders inside. I've heard there's more meat in there than they know what to do with. Now that you're of age, Steve, you might go down to the post office and fill out a lodge application. They're always looking for new blood. Well, don't look at me. Mrs. Potsdam wants Stephanie to study hard for her finals. If it was up to me, you could go straight upstairs, but you know, the little woman, You'll have to ask her permission to see Stephanie. Sorry, Steve. The last thing I want to do is upset you and your father before the wedding. Not with the meat at stake. You will remind your dad about the meat.
This guy's fucking annoying.
Won't you?
Let me go ask this bitch.
Hello, Steve. Have you flossed today? Honestly, you men can insult a woman without even knowing you've done it. What a horrible thing to say.
You're both standing around baking cookies. Same cut of dress. Same pearls. So bizarre.
There's nothing bizarre about baking cookies. The Harvest Charity Bake Sale is Friday, you know, and by gosh, Mrs. Marvin Potston Jr. can be counted on to do her share. Just because I'm doing housework doesn't mean I have to be a drudge. It's a wife's duty to look good for her husband at all times.
Yes.
What's wrong with wearing pearls, for heaven's sake?
Nothing, but you look like June Cleaver. Some kind of sitcom mom.
Sitcom?
Geez, you know, a situation comedy. The weird part is, I can't remember how I know that.
I'm much too busy with housework to watch TV. Maybe Mr. Potsdam would know about sitcoms. Stephanie doesn't watch TV, though. She's grounded. Mr. Potsdam feels there's too much at stake to allow Stephanie to run around loose.
She doesn't want to get married either, huh?
Are you saying you don't want to marry my daughter?
I don't know your daughter, Mrs. Potsdam. Why is she grounded? Afraid she'll run away before the wedding?
No! She's as delighted as we are about the wedding, every bit as delighted as we are. But she might get hit by a car, or a falling piano, or who knows what. Mr. Potsdam wants us all to be one happy family, and he doesn't want to risk anything happening at the last minute. Not a chance, Steve. Mr. Potsdam wouldn't like it. If you'd like to see her, it's fine with me. Go upstairs and turn right. Now, excuse me. I'm trying to get ready for the bake sale.
I'm gonna try to see.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. You mustn't be too hard on Mr. Potsdam, Steve. He's a disappointed man. No matter how many lodge admission forms he fills out, they keep turning him down. He has a new application in, though, so keep your fingers crossed. If he joins the lodge, you and Stephanie can have your wedding in the Chapel of Love, rather than over at Moynihan's place.
Mr. Moynihan.
Mr. Moynihan runs the Wayward Hotel and the Shady Oaks Funeral Parlor. It's rumored he has connections with the lodge, but the order keeps that kind of thing secret. So Mr. Potsdam has tried to get him to put in a good word for his lodge application, but so far... Give my regards to your parents.
Will do, bitch. She's pretty. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. The good girly magazine. Okay. And the window affords a spectacular view of aluminum sidings. Alright, so much for that. About red meat and supporting, okay. Alright, let's go watch her now that she's dressed. Hello?
Who are you? What are you doing in my room?
Haven't you heard? We're getting married.
So, you're the one. Steve, isn't it?
You mean you don't know me?
I mean, I don't know anyone. I don't remember anything. How many times do I have to say it?
Just one, Stephanie, because I can't remember a damn thing either.
Really? Oh God, I thought it was just me.
You're not alone. Can you tell me what's going on here?
Those people downstairs have locked me in my room. They say I'm grounded until the wedding. They claim to be my parents. I can't dispute it because I can't remember for sure one way or the other, but it doesn't feel right.
Doesn't feel right.
Do you have any idea where you do belong?
No, but I'm fairly sure I don't belong in Harvest.
Yeah. I can't remember anything, but I feel in my heart that the woman downstairs is not my mother. She's like this thing, like a parody, a bad joke with mother as the punchline. Does that make any sense?
Bitch, you crazy?
I guess. Sometimes I think I've lost my mind.
Join the club. But we can't both be crazy, Stephanie.
Either way, something really weird is going on here. I've got to escape, and so do you. Because in a way, whether you know it or not, I think we're both grounded.
What's going on with the music?
Escape?
Harvest is a prison, Steve. Don't forget that. Of course I'm right.
Alright, bitch.
Maybe my amnesia isn't total after all. You're familiar to me. Like we've met before. In another life.
Maybe we really do live here. Maybe we were together, and the same thing happened to both of us. An accident. Something.
Oh, kiss
Neither
me,
of us
Steve.
has bumps on our heads, if that's what you're getting at.
Have you been able to remember anything else? Anything at all?
Well, I have had these recurring dreams. Just fragments, really. Strange, abstract images.
Try to give her the girly magazine, see if she wants it. Hopefully she does.
Probably just a dream.
Well, have you thought about how to escape Harvest? Thanks. But I wouldn't marry anyone with things, you know, as they are.
Yeah, well, they can't force us to go through with it. If it comes down to it, we just won't take the vows.
I don't think anything in Harvest is that simple. Too many people are determined that we get hitched.
Why?
Potsdam wants the meat your father promised him. Your parents want to force you to settle down. Mrs. Potsdam wants to have the wedding in the lodge. Me? I just want to escape.
I believe I can fly. Let's see if it works with her.
You're not making sense.
You're not making sense.
Come back and visit me soon, okay?
She has nice taste. Alright. So let's save our game. We're gonna call it Fisting Stephanie. I want to see if I can't hit her. Fuck. Yo, bitch. Fisting Fatso. Let's see if I run. Holy fuck. Alright, we've seen this. That sucks.
What were you thinking?
Alright, let's try it again. So no fisting the Fatso. That sucks. Okay, how do I leave? There we go. I can't wait to kill people. That's gonna be amazing. Alright. Johnson residence. Oh man.
Hello, Steve. How's the husband to be?
Other than having no memory, I guess I'm
A
alright.
kidder, Steve.
All right. You should be ecstatic.
This guy's
considering
amazing.
What you're getting into, if you haven't gotten into it already. Speaking of which, I heard Stephanie was grounded. Her daddy's worried about getting his meat. Though if I were him, I'd be more concerned about Stephanie getting some meat.
Right. And you are?
You always were a kidder, Steve. I'm Mr. Johnson, remember? Glad you stopped by. Just got finished waxing the Tucker. I could use a little relaxation. But since Edna's not here, I might as well talk to you. Edna Fitzpatrick is one of the snootiest women in town. I declare there isn't a woman in Harvest that turned me away. If I was interested, that is. Just because she owns DNAs, she's got all these highfalutin ideas about independence. And her with a little girl to raise. That child needs a father. And Edna, well, she needs a good, hard penis.
What makes you so sure she needs a penis?
You saying Edna's getting it from someone else? Like maybe that damn Sheriff Dwayne?
Dwayne.
He's over at DNA's diner every day from noon to 1, eating his dadgum pie. And I got a feeling he'd like Edna for dessert. Sure, it's the only diner in town, but I'm sure he's got more on his mind than food.
Man, people in this game are fucking crazy.
I'll admit DNA's diner does good business. But money isn't everything to a woman. Can money keep you warm at night? Can you wrap your thighs around it? Or rake bloody gashes in its back with your painted hollowed fingernails? Edna! Edna! So, how's Stephanie?
Wow.
Speaking of Stephanie, I still haven't gotten an invitation to the wedding yet.
I don't have anything to do with that.
That's okay. Personally, I'd prefer a pass to the honeymoon. You could use the back seat of my Tucker for the maiden voyage. It's plenty big, believe you me. I'd drive you around, and I wouldn't look in the back seat, I guarantee it. Though if you'd like to come up front and take the wheel a while, I wouldn't say nay. Heck of an automobile, isn't she? Damn shame I have to sit out here and watch over her all the time. But if I didn't, those stupid kids might scratch her up playing ball. Don't see why not, but don't touch her. I'm mighty particular about my Tucker. I had the garage remodeled like a fortress, so I could lock her up at night and get some sleep.
I'm sure she's safe enough inside.
A few months back, someone broke into my house, trying to get into the garage. I had to gripe like hell before the sheriff agreed to start the evening patrols and instigate the curfew.
Oh, really? Oh, foreshadowing. Wait, let me see something.
Heck of an automobile. Hell yes, it's real. I wouldn't be so protective of her if she was just a reproduction. I'm mighty particular about my Tucker.
I'm sure she's...
A few months...
Alright, let's see if we can try to damage that Tucker. Let's call it... John Tuckett, let's go. Wow. Look at the animation and everything. I can't do anything. Alright, let's leave. So where the fuck am I supposed to go? The hotel, the fire station, police station, newspaper. Let's go to the police station. Ooh. Right. Let's go give the girly magazine to the dude.
Hello, Steve. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sheriff Dwayne. And this here's Loomis.
Pleasure, I reckon.
Oh man, not that guy.
We haven't met before?
Of course we have. But I heard about your alleged amnesia and figured I'd play along. I sure hope this is just a prank and not the start of some insanity plea. Keep your nose clean or you'll wind up in jail, and that's no place to hold a wedding.
I don't know if I can kill the sheriff. That would be awesome.
Why do you want to break your poor mama's heart with all this amnesia bunk?
I'm telling you the truth. Why won't anyone believe me?
Well, you've always been a kidder, Steve.
Yeah, so everybody keeps telling me.
Wow.
Boy, you need to stop all this funning and get serious. You've got a wedding coming up soon. Heck, you should be thinking about your career and about joining the lodge. I don't mind telling you, I'd never get anything done if not for the lodge's efforts. To join the Order of the Harvest Moon is the highest dream of everyone in Harvest. Like I said, unless you get an application on the first day of the month, you're generally out of luck. Stop by the post office and talk to Postmaster Boyle. You never know.
Which we already
he might
did.
have a spare application laying around.
No, he doesn't.
Stop on by any time, Steve.
Anything I can help you with?
Wow.
Help yourself. Speaking of which, you're real lucky to be marrying
bunch of
Stephanie.
perverts.
She don't look like a good woman. I just hope she don't turn out like Mrs. Loomis, or mercy forbid Mrs. Phelps. Good women can be awful hard on a man's needs, don't you know? Oh gosh, I wish I had some of them girly pictures, but Mrs. Loomis won't let me keep them in the house. I still remember the time she caught me holding some of them pictures up with one hand. She took the broom to me. howled like a hound dog, the broom going up and down, flashing straw and blood, blood and straw, and I dreamt I was crying so bad, and it was so hard I had to crawl under the porch naked with all the black winter spiders, and I got bit something fierce. Little fangs are digging into my bare behind all over.
What the fuck?
I ask you, is that any way to treat a man? And Mrs. Phelps and the sheriff don't make it no easier neither. If Sheriff Dwayne had a little kindness, he let me get around the little lady by letting me keep some of them picture books here, even if Mrs. Phelps would let me buy one. But see, he won't let me keep none here neither. He don't like me getting the jail mattress all marked up, don't you know? Mrs. Phelps down at the general store don't help things none. She's got them special picture, but she won't sell me none on account of she knows my wife, Mrs. Loomis. Dadgum if that don't burn my britches. Enough to break a man's heart. Her burning my French postcards and me unable to replace them. A man's got needs, don't you know?
Wow.
Why, you sure ought to appreciate what a man's got to do sometimes in a parked car or a waist-high knothole in a tree
What
or
the
jail cell at noon. Matter of fact, Mrs. Phelps got no reason not to sell you some of them French postcard girly picture books. If you can get any, you see clear to part with.
All right.
Anytime, kiddo.
The door is locked.
That's the evidence room, where we store items lifted from crime scenes. It's kept locked at all times. There's things in there that could make people jump through hoops, if I wanted. Boy, the way you keep pestering... Stop on by it.
Bye-bye, bitch. Okay, fire station. Let's go to Edna's Diner.
Oh, Steve, what are you doing sneaking up on me like that? God, for a second I thought you were Mr. Johnson. What would you like to order? Well, you're in Edna's Diner. That ought to be your first clue.
I thought this was DNA's diner.
Very funny. If certain customers would stop pretending to have amnesia and order some food, maybe I could afford to get that sign fixed. Might even be able to buy enough extra letters to spell Fitzpatrick.
I'm not pretending.
Now, Steve, faking amnesia won't help anything. If you don't want to marry Stephanie, then don't. But don't play sick, for heaven's sake. I'd expect that from Karen, not an 18-year-old. You've met Karen, my 8-year-old. Other than the diner, she's all I have.
Yeah.
Stop by anytime.
Hello there, Steve. Here for lunch?
No, just here looking around. Though I'm not...
Oh, I forgot. You're playing your little amnesia prank. Well, boy, this...
Don't listen to Sheriff Dwayne. This is Edna's Diner. But ever since the E burned out on the sign, they've been giving me a hard time.
Now don't be like that, Edna. It's a great place to eat, which is good, since it's the only place to eat in Harvest.
Yes, she wins by default.
Stop on by.
Okay, so the dude's here, so I should be able to go back and give the, Oh my god, he's so fucking ugly.
Oh, oh, by George. Oh, by Jiminy. Oh, this here's the real thing. Oh, can I have it? Oh, oh, thank you, Steve. Excuse me, kiddo. I gotta go check the jail for clean towels.
What the fuck? There's something that we can steal. Ah, there we go. Okay, wait, let me save the game before I fuck it up. Evidence room. Ugh. Is there anything else that I can steal? I think I got everything. And this is where I'm gonna get caught.
Hello, Steve. Where's Loomis?
You'll be coming around the mountain if you come. Oh, oh, that's it.
Loomis, damn you!
Wait, no, 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 no! No!
Straining up the mattress again! Folding up the towels! Charming snake!
C'est n'importe quoi, man. Hey buddy, how's it going? Oh my god, alright, so we got a gas can, we got... What was the other thing that we got? A checkbook. Deposit, boil, deposit, boil, deposit, boil. Checks. Okay, so that's Edna's. What's that? Tulips, ammunition, 1 crate shells? What the fuck? Tulips, ammunition, -1. Okay. Whatever. TV station. Let's go to the lodge. Talk to this
Initiates
dude.
may enter the hall of the Order of the Harvest Moon.
Did you say something?
I did not speak, but my mind touched yours.
My mind has
Telepathy.
touched your penis.
But how?
Only those who seek enlightenment warrant my attention. Do you hunger for true knowledge? There are always obstacles to the path. You must first fill out an application to be considered for initiation into the mysteries.
So we need to get the application.
Members of the Order are privy to many hidden truths.
Such as?
They know what the trees whisper to the wind to make it howl. They know what the worm knows as it squirms in a rotting leg. They know what you've forgotten. When you find the path, truth will be revealed to you. When you possess the truth, you will know what you knew. And if anything remains forgotten, then it was never worth the knowing.
I see. Sheriff, if you think DNA is going to sleep paying this, you are crazy. Your limits boil. If you think I'm going to keep paying this forever, you are crazy. Okay. The guy at the post office can't give me any applications, right?
Sorry, son. No time to talk. Neither... Don't mumble, son. Next time you post, don't forget...
Alright, let me go back to my house, I guess. What the fuck? There's a glow from behind the cabinet. Okay, so how do I get it? How do I get the glow behind the cabinet?
Leave me alone, will ya? This is the good part.
Fucker.
Good. Finally.
Okay, so we know that there's something there. I'm just not sure what. There's a few places that we didn't go. I didn't go here.
It's not often that I get visitors. I am Tetsuo Crumb. The ignorant of harvest call me the Wasp Woman. A pejorative, no doubt, born of fear and a poverty of imagination.
I don't understand.
The politics of honey, the Judeo-Christian rites of sacrifice and conventional taboos against unbridled pleasure are all responsible for the prejudice against wasps.
Okay.
The politics of honey are intertwined with the age-old struggle of the aesthetic versus the commercial. Because I choose to raise wasps instead of bees, I'm frowned upon by the community. Why? Well, raising bees is acceptable because they produce honey. But sometimes it's not what is produced, so much as what is performed.
I don't see any particular use for wasps.
Why must everything have a use? Is money always the determining factor? More slender, more aerodynamic than the bee. The wasp is a joy to behold.
Okay.
Beautiful and juicy. Isn't that enough to compensate for the little drawbacks? Well, as you can see, the little darlings do love to sting. Another source of prejudice for the masses, and another reason to love them. Bees are like animals. They sting only for a reason, for sacrifice. They have no conception of individual sensation, of pleasure. When a bee stings, it rips itself apart and dies for its audacity. This appeals to those raised worshipping a god that demands sacrifice and atonement. But the wasp is promiscuous. They are not as sympathetic to the masses because they don't die when they sting. They live to sting another day, and they take pleasure from it. Yes, a great deal of pleasure. The wasp is a sensual being, not a laborer, hedonistic instead of industrial. Some think them quick to anger. In truth, they are easily swayed to ecstasy. What the fuck? They penetrate your flesh, and the muscular contractions in their thorax as they pump venom could be likened to the muscular contractions of ejaculation.
Wow.
Each painful welt, an act of love.
All right, she's gonna get it. Be gone, you wasp woman. Am I gonna die again? And why did I kill her? Let's see. I'm good. Let's go talk to Parisi. Hello.
Stephen.
Who are you?
I am Daniel Moynihan, mortician and proprietor of the Wayward Hotel.
Most people ask me why I don't remember their names.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Besides, as one who deals with the dead, I try not to involve myself in the affairs of the living. Your loss of memory is of no concern to me, true or false. Ironic, considering my recent involvement in a charity event.
What are you talking about?
My complaints were central to the scheduling of the upcoming Harvest Bake Sale. I'm gratified the Order of the Harvest Moon got involved. The proceeds will certainly help cover my losses. It seems that, like some elephant's graveyard, people of low station come to Harvest to die. They simply drop dead, penniless, and they all need burials. God knows, by putting these people up at the Wayward Hotel, I do more than my fair share. So why must I pay for the coffins and burial materials as well? My losses to the dead are substantial. Hopefully the bake sale will offset some of them.
Okay.
As owner of the only hotel in town, I do my best to accommodate any hobo who straggles into town, vacancies permitting. I really don't recall. We get so many low-life dregs passing through here, I can't remember every little death that occurs.
Huh. Are there that many?
As I said, sliced open on a mortician's slab, every corpse looks the same. Red and juicy.
But surely you'd remember if these deaths were an unusual occurrence.
You sound like you're launching some sort of investigation, Stephen. That would be most unwise.
Steven.
I'd say it's been a pleasure, but I find the company of the living so wearisome. Young man, we really... You're spouting gibberish. You're spouting... I'd say it's been...
Let's see if I can take the glue.
You can't have that, Stephen. I need it for my work. And may I say you're a rude young man for attempting to steal it.
I was only gonna borrow it.
Indeed. And have you anything I could hold as security?
Security? Like what? Money?
I'm afraid that's not good enough. I need that glue for my work. You must present me with something significant if you'd have me part with it.
I guess there's nothing here.
Why should I care about that?
Deposit ward. Wow, $15,000. I'm wondering, so somebody bribed the sheriff. I just don't know. Oh, fuck.
Young man, we really have no...
Okay.
I'd say it's...
The guy is fucking everywhere. There's anything here I can steal? Nope.
Please excuse the mess. They've done wonders with the upstairs bedroom, but this garage defies color coordination.
A big fire truck.
Hello, Steve. Welcome to the House of Flame, as we like to call it. Oh, cut it out, Spots, honestly. Once he gets barking, a good piece of meat is the only way to shut him up. There you go, Spot.
I remember that part. Wow. The game needed to load that one part.
So, Steve, bet you don't remember me. Heard about that short in the old wiring. I'm Fire Marshal Sparky, head of your fire department.
Sparky.
Please, it's not the subject, it's the process. Don't be such a party pooper, Steve. We're talking about art.
We are talking about art, baby.
Besides, we haven't had a fire in Harvest since the newspaper building burned down. Though I'll admit that the Wasp Woman's place is one big accident waiting to happen. Isn't that right, Spots?
Woof woof. Wow.
A dreadful affair. You wouldn't think that a brick and steel building with a sprinkler system could go up that quickly. Oh, please. Dwayne was glad enough to see the thing go up, and so was McKnight. If you could get into that safe in his wall... Forget it. Look, Steve, as far as I know, the fire was an accident. Let's just leave it at that.
Oh, there's a model.
Now don't you go moving. Some people think all we do is sit around, sketching fetching examples of manhood for our own amusement. Nothing could be further from the truth. Why, just the other day we cited Tetsuo Crumb for fire code violations. All the dried out paper wasp nests clustered around our wooden house, why, it's a chemlog just waiting for the right faggot. Believe me, none of us wants to see another fiasco like the Sentinel fire. A dread. Art enriches the community, Steve. No less than a pulsing fire hose or a fireman beating down a blazing door. So what if we're drawing a nude man? So what if all we ever draw is a nude man, or the same nude man over and over in all sorts of provocative positions? Context not... Bye-bye.
Don't bother me, I'm sketching. Oh, look what you made me do!
Wow.
Stop it! Stop! Stop!
I don't converse on the job, Steve.
Alright. Where do we want to go? That was the television station that we didn't go yet. And the school. What the hell?
Stay tuned, buckaroos. There's more to come on Range Riders Cowboy Roundup.
Wow, this guy's amazing.
So don't go away.
So don't go away.
And what's your name, hombre?
Steve.
Steve's a swell name. My dog's name is Steve. Would you like my autograph, Steve? You'd want to talk to Mr. McKnight, buckaroo. I'm just Range Rider, the cowpoke's cowpoke. You gotta excuse me, youngin'. I gotta ski-daddle to the watering hole and back before the commercial's over. Happy trail.
So where is this Mr. McKnight?
Hey, sport. This is a private office.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I know, Mr.
McKnight. I own and operate this station. Have you brought me some news for tonight's broadcast, or...
I've lost my memory. That's news.
The hell it is! You always were a kidder, Steve. Any real news to tell me?
Actually, I was just wanting to know more about the TV station.
Hey, WHAR is the only television station in Harvest. Since the old Sentinel went under, what with the newspaper building burning down and all, we're golden. Nobody competes with us.
WHAR.
Partners. I run the whole show solo, pal.
He's the guy. Okay, he's the guy that actually gave the deposit.
Oh, now, sport, this is really interesting. Boyle's done something wrong, otherwise the sheriff wouldn't be blackmailing him. But what? God, I'd love to nail him to the wall.
Yeah, and don't forget about the sheriff. Dwayne is a blackmailer after all.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I've decided not to run with this story.
What? But this is all the evidence you need for your newscast. Evidence of a blackmail situation. Canceled checks, a ledger.
Sorry, sport. No can do. Matter of fact, I think I may have to shoot the sheriff a private little newscast about this. I know. It may cause you some problems, but hey, let's do lunch, okay? My treat. Don't hurry back. Don't hurry.
Why do I have a feeling that I fucked up?
Steve, good of you to drop by, big guy. Haven't seen you since graduation. A lot of changes, I hear.
You could say that.
Good. That's a nice part of my job. Turning fine young men and women out into the world, and then watching them prosper. Of course, I was able to reach more people at the old Sentinel, God bless her. But then again, I never got to see the results of my work up close before.
Who are you?
You know very well I'm Mr. Harold, the principal of Gain Memorial. Steve, I've heard about this amnesia nonsense. I had hoped you'd be in the lodge by now, fine young fellow like yourself. But now, I think maybe you need a little more quality time.
Quality time.
What do you mean, quality time?
Some, like Miss Whaley, favor stern discipline, corporal punishment, as a means of socialization. Myself, I temper discipline with love. Quality time can be such a warm, sharing experience. After just a few sessions, you'd stop this amnesia nonsense and become a productive member of society. and a fit candidate for the lodge.
Wow.
Big guy, borrowing some quality time. The greatest gift I can bestow upon you as your former principal is a word of advice. Join the Order of the Harvest Moon at any cost. Within the lodge lies your future, and without, dust. Drop in again.
Let's go see the class.
My goodness, class, this is Stephen. He used to be a student here at Gein Memorial. Say hello, class.
Hello.
They're reticent. The educator's gravest problem today is the apathy of the students.
What's wrong with their
heads? I can tell you in one word, Stephen. Discipline. Thank goodness you weren't a sulky bear. You were always a smiley bear.
Then you remember me?
Not as such. So many pupils, Stephen. They come and they go. But I can always spot those who were nice boys. You can tell from the forehead. The lobes, right, class? I'm glad you stopped by, Stephen. Would you care to say a few words to the class about civic responsibility?
Not really. I was just passing through.
Oh, but you must, Stephen. A positive role model might be just the thing to inspire these little monsters. Stephen, have you any questions for me? Or shall I continue with class? Ask away, then. We don't practice corporal punishment here. I've never believed in that old adage, spare the rod and spoil the child. A rod is too thin, but a baseball bat...
A baseball bat.
That bridges the generation gap quite nicely.
What the fuck?
Oh dear. Colonel Monroe is conducting another air raid drill. Everyone into the hallway, quick!
Quick, duck and cover!
If an A-bomb hits, what good is it gonna do to duck and cover?
What the fuck?
My stars, that was exciting.
Fuck!
Stop by in...
Wow. I want to get the bat. I can't get the bat. Let's go to the meat plant. Wow, so many cats.
Steve, how's your father? Is he better?
About the same, I guess.
He's been away from work for weeks, and when I call your house, your mother won't let me talk to him.
I haven't seen him either.
This is a fine kettle of fish, I must say. Though I am glad to see you taking an interest in the business in your dad's absence.
Who are you?
Aw, Steve, I didn't want to believe that amnesia hokum. Now you're saying you don't remember your pal Pat O'Reilly? What exactly is wrong with your dad?
I don't know.
I wouldn't worry about it too much, Steve. You should be thinking about running the family business one day. That, getting into the lodge.
What's with all the cats? This a slaughterhouse or a kennel?
Oh, them? They eat the scraps, that's all.
Yeah, but look at them. Isn't there some kind of health department that keeps tabs on these things?
Are you going to work at the health department, Steve? Or here? Maybe I get sick of do-gooder busybodies sucking around here all the time. A man's up to his elbows in guts all day, every day. What more do they want from him?
Okay.
Come to think of it, I don't see any cattle around here. Where do you keep the animals?
Does it matter? The end product is all the customer cares about, Steve. And we only carry the finest meat. Only the juiciest cuts.
All right.
Once you take over the business, you'll realize the importance of maintaining quality while cutting costs. We know what we're doing here, Steve.
So I guess I want to emphasize the
If
core.
we didn't, would the lodge use us to cater their affairs? Your father's very particular about the profit, Steve. No freebies for anyone. But seeing how you're his son, if you'll bring written permission from your father, I'll give you the meat. Don't be such a stranger, Steve.
All right. I have no clue what to do. Let's go see. Maybe we have to police the police. Oh, nothing here. Oh, sneakers. All right. So I have some sneakers. Okay, the little kid's not there. Let me go to the diner. I think I have to go to the diner.
Sorry, boy. I never conduct business over lunch. I understand you witnessed Miss Whaley's dispensing a little discipline at the school, and she thinks you may be feeling a mite bent about it. You need to forget about it, boy. I don't interfere in school discipline. I leave that to the professionals, and so should you. Heck, there isn't a psychiatrist around who'd disagree about what a calming influence a dent in the head can be. You can't argue with science, Steve. It's bigger than all of us. You've been shooting off your mouth about me and Boyle, Steve. Stop on by. The names in these two books match exactly. Where did you get them?
One comes from Moynihan's Hotel, the other from Moynihan's morgue.
So what?
Do I have to spell it out? Moynihan is a murderer.
Poppycock. Hobos and bums just wander into Harvest. Sometimes they drop dead. It makes sense that such people would eventually occupy both the hotel and the morgue.
Yeah, but all of them?
Nope. Some blow right through and don't stay at either. Now I'm taking these ledgers and returning them to Mr. Moynihan. As for you, you're under arrest for theft, Steve.
Theft? I just brought you evidence of murder.
Evidence or no, you took these from their rightful owner. That don't get you a citation, son. That gets you a night in the clink.
All right. We're getting arrested. Let's see what happens.
This is your first arrest, Steve. You just remember, we've got a 3 strikes, you're out rule here in Harvest. But you keep your nose clean. You hear?
So much for that. What the fuck? Wow, okay. Wow, okay. Hey, how's it going? What exactly are you posting? I don't see what you're posting. Boxcar Willie. Not sure what to do.
Young man, we really... You know, I seem to have misplaced a ledger. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Yes, well, since you've seen fit to return them, I'd say it's been a pleasure. You can't have...
I was only...
Indeed?
Security.
I'm afraid...
I don't remember why we need the astro glue. Yoink.
Young man, we You're spouting gibber. I'd say it's been...
Am I gonna get arrested again?
Young man. I'd say it's... Young man. I'd say...
I'm not sure what to do.
I can't talk. Stop by anytime. I can't talk now. The dishes are... The lodge is the repository of all wisdom. You should join the Order of the Harvest Moon, Steve. And soon.
Why? For God's sake, what is it about this place?
The wheat ripens and waits not for the scythe. The farmer who waits too long, it were better that he use the scythe to rip his own stomach out than to stay his side when the wheat ripens. The harvest moon wanes and then comes winter. An empty belly, the body sun's belly, gurgling within or bloody on the ground. What does it benefit a man if he gains his soul and loses the world? You hunger. Feed yourself before it's too late. Oh.
Edna?
Steve. What happened? Were we talking about Boyle? Or was it Karen?
You seemed strange there for a minute.
I'm sorry. I'm under a lot of stress. Running this diner all alone. Forgive me. You've met Karen. Stop by any...
Hi, what's your name?
Karen.
What are you doing?
Playing. My mom is working, so I gotta stay out of her hair. Wanna play?
Not now, maybe later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bitch.
Sorry, boy. I never... Stop on by.
Halt!
They...
All right.
That...
So you're the,
Who are you?
Colonel Bus...
These are...
Goddamn.
Well,
Safeguard.
then...
That's right. When I got... Those penny... That's why... Remember...
Alright, it's almost midnight. I think I'm gonna call it quits for now.
I told you I'm busy, Steve. Why don't you talk to Hank or go next door and visit... Did you hear? Someone exterminated the wasp woman. Exterminated. Got it? Oh my, I used to be such a card. Everyone in the Glee Club thought so. Oh, I haven't lost it, have I?
And we're gonna finish with this Easter egg.
What a thing to say to your mother. Was that an invitation now that your father is out of action? Maybe later, dear. Right now I have housework to do. Though you can watch if you want. Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. You know how he gets.
Alright, so... Alright, so we're gonna save the game. Help. Okay. Alright, so I hope you guys had fun. This was actually pretty fun. So I guess I shall see you in the next one. See you guys.